Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is James and today we're going to talk a little bit about the Apple Watch Series 5. I have the Series 5 40mm one, the Nike edition with the Nike Sport Band and the aluminum case. It starts at $400, no Wi-Fi or no cellular, pardon me. The Series 4 that you might see in certain clips throughout this video is going to be the one with the black case on it, so just be aware of the difference between the two of those. But let's talk about the Series 5. The main differences between this Apple Watch and previous Apple Watches is that it has an always-on display, or at least the option for it. Previous Apple Watches didn't have the hardware for this, and that's the big selling feature of this this new watch, is that it has a face that makes it look a lot more like a real, classic watch, which is great. I love it a lot. It has a little bit bigger battery, but a lot longer battery life thanks to the improved efficiency of the display and added hardware in there. But yeah, so let's jump right in. As a watch, it's awesome. I personally have been wearing a watch for around a year or so, not the Apple Watch, but just the watch in general for a little longer than a year, year and a half. And the Apple Watch is great. I like it a lot. It has lots of info readily available right on your wrist, whether that's weather info, whether that is activity info, whether it's your calendar, music, the stars, anything like that. It has a lot of info that is right there at your fingertips. Always on your person, which I really, really like. It makes it handy, and you don't have to worry about carrying your phone everywhere else, which the phone can also be a distraction. It's definitely health-centric, more centered around athletes, people that want to be active, working out, burning calories, especially, and tracking your workouts. I like it a lot. For me, it has helped me be more consistent with my workouts, and it gives me a lot of detail. As you can see right here on the Apple activity app that's on the iPhone, there's a lot of detail that's there with your workouts, whether it's heart rate, time, distance, anything like that. And there are a bunch of different other workouts to choose from too, including swimming even. So, which I think is a really good thing to have, just a lot of different options, appeal to the lowest common denominator kind of thing. It encourages your activity as well, and it kind of helps you maintain it with little reminders throughout the day of, hey, you're not that close to your calorie goal or your move goal or whatever. And I think that that's kind of helpful. The one thing that I had talked with some friends about and we kind of agreed on was the activity goal and the move goal are good, but the stand goal is kind of gimmicky. I don't really see the point of it that much, and standing 1 minute every hour seems a little bit like contrived, to say the least. I mean, it works, but I don't really care for it too much. In terms of stuff that I wish that that watch would have that it doesn't have right now, one is sleep tracking. That's going to be added in watchOS 7, which will come later this year, and I believe is available for all Apple Watch variants, even back to the Series 1. But the other thing that I think it's really lacking right now, which I have not heard of any plans to include, are productivity features. Maybe ways that you could track how well you're focusing or working, if you're sitting there and typing or writing or taking notes or something like this. It'd be interesting to see, how little you look at your watch or your phone, or how focused you are, potentially using the accelerometers and this sort of stuff. I think it could be really cool and really useful, but again, this is something that just has to be added in the future. The Wi-Fi version of it, the one thing that I would note is that it works really well if you have your phone, more specifically an iPhone, on you at most of the time, and you're connected to Wi-Fi, which has not been an issue for me, especially during quarantine with not going out too much and seeing friends and being out in places that I don't have Wi-Fi. But I can definitely see that this might be a little bit of a drawback, especially if you just get the Wi-Fi version. With that being said, most of the time that you're going to be looking at it and getting info from it, if you have access to a Wi-Fi connection, or even you don't need the Wi-Fi connection to get the info that you need, you're good. I would say that this thing is working great. Overall, I feel like the Series 5 and the Apple Watch in particular is really getting close to what wearables should be. They're more generally accessible, readily accessible for the general public. The price of them is coming down as well, and the usability is going up. So as all of these things happen, more and more people will hopefully want to get invested in an Apple Watch, or even, let's say other smart technology or wearables. I think that there's still a little bit of work to go before it becomes really worth it. Especially with the $400 starting price point for the newer models. With that being said though, if you are looking into the Apple Watch and you really are interested in it, I would definitely check out the Series 3, because that one is on sale on Apple's website and other retailers for over $200 less than the Series 5. So that's a really good deal, and it has most of the same stuff, just a little bit smaller screen and the not always on display. But overall, this is an amazing product. I like it quite a lot. I think it's worth it. If you have the money to go for it. If you're a college student like me, I would recommend just looking at the Series 3 if you're interested in it. It will have most, if not all, of the same functionality you need without the always-on display, which jacks up the price. And then the haptics on it are amazing. It's really usable whether you have it in not silent mode or in silent mode. You can use it to do not disturb. You can use it as something to put on your nightstand. You can use it as an alarm if you'd like to sleep with it on. I've done that a couple times, and the alarm functionality works really well. So I feel like overall Apple has done a really good job of finally making wearables into something that everyday people can use, benefit, and enjoy on a regular basis. So thank you guys very much for tuning into my Apple Watch review. If you have an Apple Watch, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know also how I did on the video. I would always appreciate some feedback. So hopefully see you guys around soon for another tech video. This is James. I'm out. Thank you.